Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I've been away for a while. I had just a crazy fall. I traveled before school started, and then school started, and then I had COVID, and then I hurt my wrist. So I'm on the mend and I'm back. Yay! So I'm working on a Christmas, excuse me, file folder journal. And I just wanted to take a quick second to talk about these classification folders. So this is what I'm using, and I've used them before. This is a box of classification folders that I bought. You get a bunch of them in a box, and I bought this on eBay. You get 10 folders, and I can't remember what I paid, but if you look up on eBay and you look for classification folders, it comes up. And you can also find vintage ones. These are used vintage ones. And these are really nice. They're super tall. They didn't come in a box. They just came, you know, in a package because obviously they've been used. I think they're used for legal files, and I think they're used for medical files maybe. But they're this really nice thick pressboard covers. And they have like a Tyvek spine. And you can do all kinds of things with them. I will link the videos of the flip throughs of the other journals that I have made out of them. Sorry, I just have to, I'm sorry. I'm going to move the camera for a second. Look away for just a second. There we go. Okay, not too bad. All right, you can look. So this is the modern one, and it also has the Tyvek binding, an expandable binding. They have kind of thick file folder dividers, and then this is that very dense pressboard cover. Now what I like to do is I like to have a journal in the center. So let me tell you what I've done. I've obviously inked it up, and I made this little cover here. This is a piece of scrapbook paper, sorry, from a Michael's pad that I got years ago. This is a piece of, now this is a different kind of pressboard. These guys are the index card dividers, and I'm having a harder time finding more of these. These are all I have left. I really enjoy using them. They come in I think it's 5 divisions, and they have this lovely metal piece, excuse me, that I just take like an emery board. Where's my emery board? I just take an emery board and I file it down, and I use a wet wipe to wipe up the black, and they age up really nicely. Having a hard time finding more of them. The only ones I've seen recently on eBay have been fairly expensive, and I know I didn't pay a lot for those, so I'm keeping my eyes open. So you can see I have filed this down, and I've attached some little brads. Now these 2 little brads are just for decoration, but this corner one goes through the file folder and this cardboard, this scrapbook paper, so that this forms a pocket. So these 3 are attached just through the 2 layers, and then these 4 here hold this down to the cover so that this is also a pocket. And I have some double-sided sticky tape here, but it wasn't strong enough. The double-sided sticky tape by itself wasn't strong enough if I wanted to actually put things into this pocket. Because of these metal corners, it was popping up. So I just attached it to the front cover and then poked it through, and I've covered the legs of the brads up with some tape, and I'm going to cover that up, so it's going to be okay. And so my idea for this journal is it is Santa's head helper, and I'm going to make an ID card to go in here, and this is the little dude. This came in one of these Tim Holtz packages. I think it was the Tim Holtz Christmas 2023 Layers and Paper Dolls from Ideology, and he looks just like an elf to me, and he's actually pretty much the right size. I cut some of the torso off a little bit. So I'm going to make an ID card, and this is from an older Tracy Fox Christmas kit, I believe. So that's going to be in there. But that's not what I'm doing next. What I'm doing next is I want to prepare the insides a little bit. And one of the things I'm going to do is I want to flatten this inner bit here and put in some brads so I can put a journal in the center. I know that one of the other things I want to do is I want to put in one of those boards that has crisscross elastic that you can just stick things in, but I'm not sure where I want to do that. In the past, I have flattened this out and put one in here. And then I just haven't quite worked it out mentally what I want to do with that. But this I know I want to do right here. This I know. So what I've done is I have these are the pieces you cut off the top of the hanging file folder to get rid of the metal pieces. If anyone here knows of anyone who's come up with clever ideas of what to do with the metal supports for the hanging file folders, let me know, because I have no idea what to do with these and I feel bad just tossing them. So, but this is hanging file folder. It's been reinforced, and look, it's like the perfect, well, very nearly the perfect height. I could maybe cut off just a tiny bit. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down this down to size. I think I will cut it in half. And I love the idea of using these cast off parts that perhaps, you know, maybe you would throw away. You know, it's just one of those junk journaly things I feel like to maybe reuse a less desirable piece. Now this one, I think you could also thread some ribbon through those. So I'm going to save that as well. But then I have this nice kind of sturdy reinforced piece of file folder, hanging file folder. And I'm just going to glue that down here. I need to take off maybe that much off the bottom. And let's see, how about the width? The width is perhaps a hair too much. So I think if I cut this down, so you can see there's some plastic coating on here. If I just cut it down to the plastic coating, it will be good. So the other thing is I'm going to cover the insides. I just want to get this lined up well. Looks straight. Ha! Voila! And this is, I mean, the Tyvek on the back is sturdy. This has another piece of like craft tape here, which is sturdy. And so I just want to glue this down. Really, not because it needs a tremendous amount of reinforcement, but I want it to be straight and slightly sturdier so that I can put an elastic through here so that the journal that I put in here slides through. Okay, so some glue. I don't think I need anything monumental for this. Let's see if my art glitter glue is going to cooperate today. Yeah, it looks good. So how is everyone? I posted an image of the cover on this on Instagram. I will link my Instagram in the box below, in the description box. So in case I do little bits that aren't video worthy, but are updates, I will post them on my Instagram on this Christmas journal. I thought it was fun. I didn't really feel like doing just like a December daily or a Christmas journal because I'm going to do Defemorember myself. And I've done some preparations for Defemorember. And I've put some videos up on my channel. I can link those as well. to prepare for December. I've done a swap. Hi, Beth. With Beth, my swap buddy. And I purchased one of the craft card binders that both Louisa and Barbara from 49 Dragonflies have purchased. So I'm ready for December. December. I'm ready for it all. Okay, so that actually is a nice tidy little kind of spine-ish bit, but then I still have these two expandable bits here. Now in the past when I've done these, I have covered the spine with fabric. I'm not sure if I will do that on this. The jury's not decided yet for that. We're out on that. And I do intend to cover this with some kind of fabric, but before I do that, I think I want to cover these pages. And what I have to cover them with, I'm just reaching behind me, is I purchased some Ideals magazines from Jessica Rapp at 2 Silver Oranges. She had a live sale a while ago. So I have some Ideals Christmas, and I thought I would just find some fun images to kind of collage-ish on here. That seemed like, so I got to keep in mind that this is the journal of the elf in charge of the Santa's helpers. So that's pretty good. Let's see. I don't want it to be too religious. This is more of the secular kind of Santa Clausy. Oh, that one's good. Oh, and Christmas shopping. This is good. All right, so how are we taking apart this? Am I just tearing it out? It looks like these are just glued in. I've never used the Ideal magazines before. I've certainly seen them a lot. All right, I'm gonna move this out of the way for a second while I choose some Ideals magazines. I've always seen them on live sales, but I bet you could look on eBay or Goodwill or secondhand stores, antique stores. So my husband's going by the window. He's getting one last lawn mowing in. I have not had to turn the heat on, which I'm excited about. That worked. That just kind of opened the spine up a little bit. Let's see. Candlesticks. Aw, she's cute. Aw, skating. That's fun. Skating is wholesome and Christmassy. We haven't had, we have a lot of cranberry bogs near where I live on the coast of Massachusetts, but we haven't had a good cranberry bog skating season. Maybe this year it'll be a little bit more. Oh, here's a nice one, a Christmas tree. Just trying to open this up because I don't really want to tear it. I want to get a nice clean pull. There we go. Oh, gingerbread people. Recipes. These are good. I don't really want to do the photographs, I think. I don't know. All right. Oh, covered bridge. Oh, this is getting me all excited for Christmas. That's good. Okay, so there's one. Put that to the side. Let's do a quick flip through of these other Ideals. See if there's something. See, this one is from, I don't know. How old are these? Excuse me. Oh, 1989. So not all that long ago. 1989 was the year I graduated from college and I got married. It was a good year. A house so full of Christmas. I think I'm going to try and find some illustrations. That's a good illustration one. Ooh, look. Guess they don't make them like they used to. So what are you all doing? Are you guys doing Defemberember? Are you going to do December daily? I have just done December dailies in the past. But I really, the past 2 years, I have joined in the Defemberember with Louisa and Barbara. And I have really enjoyed the, oh, that's so cute. Oh gosh. My dog is annoyed that she can't go outside, but my husband really doesn't want her out there. What did you do, Sandy? Just heard a crash. Ooh! I'll remember that that's there. I don't think I'm going to tear those out. But those were kind of cool images. Okay. And, fun. Okay. And one more. Let's flip through one more. Because then I'm probably going to want to save some of these cool images for the journal itself. Aw, animals. I'm going to save those. I love those. That's cute. That's very cute. That's one of those, what's on the back? Okay, let me do what you're not supposed to, spines, and break the spine here. Give it a little help. Okay, there's that. I have way more than I need. Christmas gifts, like the Christmas gifts. Aww. Aww. These are so cute. When my kids were little, we had such a good Christmas Santa thing going. Like, my son never figured it out. What we would do is we always went up to my husband's parents for Christmas, but on the way, they're Swedish, so we would stop at his cousin's house for the smorgasbord on Christmas Eve. So we would load the kids up, and we would have our tree up ready to go, and then we'd get everybody loaded up and all the presents for everybody in the car, and the kids would be, you know, strapped into their seat belts or their car seats, depending on how old they were. And then I'd be like, oh wait, I gotta go to the bathroom. And I'd run inside, and I would have had everything prepared, and I'd dump the bags into the stockings, and I'd throw the stuff under the tree, and I'd run back outside. So the last thing the kids remembered was like just the house, just ready. And then when we get back from Christmas with the family, we'd walk in the door, and there would everything be laid out. And we were with them the whole time. In their minds, there was no way either of us had put the Christmas present under the tree. So my kids wound up, you know, being adamant holdouts for Santa for the longest time. And then the other thing my son said afterwards, once he knew, was, yeah, and I always figured you guys, Santa always brought the best presents, and you guys were too cheap to ever get those presents for us. Which is just hysterical. So, those of you who are still in the throes of Santa, and if you're jealous that your kids think Santa brings the best presents, while they do, that is true. it won't last forever, and someday they'll realize and be very appreciative that you do indeed. It was you all along. They'll know. I think maybe this one. I think this one here. Because I'm also not sure what I'm putting on these pages. It could be, oh, good point. Thank you for whoever said that. What am I going to do? I'm not going to want to cover these up if I put really good images down. I'll probably do pockets. But what kind of pockets? What am I going to do for a pocket that won't ruin? I'm just thinking with this guy, if I put these guys up to the edge and then cut around, I can maybe fill in here, or this might be a pocket that I can put strategically around, that could slip things in there. And then I can, he's just so wonderful. Here, this one, this one I wouldn't mind covering up here with a pocket. What else did I pick out? Oh, and this one, I do this on this side and this on this side. I could still do a pocket, a diagonal pocket here, and I could do a horizontal pocket here. And I'm gonna have to like collage up those things. Am I inking? No, I don't think I'm inking. All right. So what am I using for glue? This is a lot to glue. I want to cover up this so I can put a label over that. Okay, let's see. Do we want to use this as a base and then, or do we want to mix and match here? Mix and match? I'm struggling. Christmas is a state of mind. Or do I center these after all? Where's my Santa? Oh, this is a smaller Santa. Do I center him and then do other things? That might actually work well. And the reds, those reds are very compatible. Okay, so I think I want to tear the words child play off there, like that. I'm going to put him up here, and I'm going to put this one like that. I could actually tear around him some more. Okay, guys, so I'm going to figure this out, and I'll be back in a blink of an eye to show you what I've done. Hello, folks. It's later. I'm back. I had to go pick up the car from getting its oil change and tune-up, and then I had to swing by Target and pick up some stuff for my daughter. But I am back, and here is the middle that I have so far. So what I did was I put vintage, I have this full folder of vintage Christmas wrapping. Some of them are very tissue papery. So this one and this one here were very tissue papery. And this was just a thin vintage wrapping paper. And I just tore strips and edged it in those. And then I put my images in the center. This one I had to kind of cut out the image to go around there. And this I did the paper around there. And then you saw me put the file folder down, and I just covered it with some, I have some ticking material that is not particularly vintage, but whoops, there it goes. But it's very easily vintaged with some vintage photo. Just whoop, and there we go. And so now what I need to do is I need to pick out some eyelets to stick in here. Now I have two places that I keep eyelets. Excuse my reach. I have these, and I definitely want to use the thicker ones. So I could use, let's see, I could use these kind of brassy ones. I kind of like that. I'm not really feeling the other colors here. These are the Tim Holtz one. They're just a little bit too meh, too not festive. But hold on, I have some colored ones too someplace. Let's see, are they in here? Oh, you know what? I do have colored ones, but they're not the big ones. They're just the regular ones. But let's look at them anyway. Yeah, the reds that I have aren't really red. They're kind of pinky, which is gonna just, I mean, it's a little matchy. It doesn't do it for me. Greens, these minty greens are kind of interesting. Kind of picks up that green. Ooh, Dilemma. Oh, I thought I was going to pick out these greens and be like, absolutely not, but I'm tempted by the greens. Sounds like a song, doesn't it? Tempted by the greens. What do I do, guys? I'm going green. Going green. I don't know. I don't know if that's because you guys were hollering. I don't know. Just feeling it. Feeling the greens. Okay, put that back. All right, so now the one thing that my wrist injury is kind of making it hard is any kind of squeezing. So even though I probably could do this with my handheld Crop-O-Dial, I'm going to take advantage of mechanical advantage and do the lean on it version. Oh, but should I do it from the outside in? Probably should do it from the outside in. I don't know. It's gonna run elastic. I'm gonna run elastic through it. And I think I want I always put the nice side on the outside. Come to think of it. I'm going to be different. I'm going to put the nice side on the inside because I like the way it looks. That's why. And it's my happy little world. Okay, I'm going to put a hole. This is so big. All right, here we go. I think I have it centered. And I'm thinking right about there. And I'm going to turn it upside down and line it up so that it matches, kind of lines up on that red stripe nicely. There. And then I will switch to the the squisher. And gotta get these set up on the right bit. There we go. I'm using B2 if you have a big bite. If you don't have a big bite, I highly recommend the big bite, because sometimes I just have to cut off this little flap that didn't cut all the way nicely, because the Tyvek really is very sturdy. Come on, you. Oh, I can't grab it. There we go. Nope. Shoot. There we go. The Tyvek is a really good reinforcing material. And then I will squish this down. Come on, you. That hurt a little. That's okay. And then I will squish this one down. I'm really happy with the definite retro-ness that this is working out to be. Okay. Yay. And then I have some elastic here. No, that's not elastic. Where's my elastic? Huh. Somebody in my family. Oh, here it is. I was about to accuse my family of borrowing my elastic. There are two ways of doing this. One is to go all the way through, and the other is to tie a charm on. So I have a jar of Christmassy charms. I kind of feel like that's the appropriate way to go. I think, should we tie it to some bells? Or what else have I got in here? There's a snowman and a wreath. I think it should, oh, a reindeer. I just saw a reindeer. I've got some teeny tiny bells in here. Here's a charm of bells. Where did the reindeer go? There's a reindeer. I think, oh, here's a big reindeer. I think that big reindeer should go on top, and a bell should go at the bottom. I have this silver bell shaped bell in here. Oh, but it doesn't make sound. It's missing its little clapper. Okay, so I put these two back, and I'm gonna grab a red. Oh, here's like a brass bell. Come on, you. I can always add more bells later. But yeah, I like that. So I'll tie. Actually, you know what I should do? I should thread this through, and then I should double it and just use those as stoppers. I think I need something to hold that bell on with. I think I need a bulb pin. Here's a bulb pin. Like that. There we go. Yeah, okay, so let's cut enough to go around twice. And so then this, we want this deer to go this way. Come on, go through. Needs a little help. It should fit. I think I can if I miter the edge of this elastic, because sometimes works. And then just get it started. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm sorry. Give it a little push. A little pushing and a little, oh, I almost had it and then I pulled it out. A little pushing and pulling. Now we'll get this through. Have some tweezers here. A little push. It's gonna get there. It will. We're getting there. It's coming. Ah! Oh man, that is being stubborn. There we go. Yay! And then I'm just gonna thread that back through the same hole in the eyelet. So you see, it's just gonna be a stopper. And then we'll do the same thing down here. With my bell. I wonder if that would fit through. No, I think it's actually, do think it's better to do it through the, I was going to try and thread it through the bell itself, but this way I can actually add some charms onto that bottom one if I decide it needs it. Yeah. Okay, and then we'll just tie a little knot here. And this, I think I ordered this roll of elastic like 5-7 years ago. I've had this roll of elastic for a really long time. You see, it survived the puppy stage, barely, of the dogs. There we go. So tight, but not too tight, because I don't want the whole thing to like curve. And then I'll just, you know, maybe I'll do a little bow. Tie things up with a little bow, even elastic. Sorry, I went off screen. I apologize. There we go. Okay. So now I'm all set to put a journal in there. This is what it looks like on the back. I might need to change that up a little bit. Find something else to stick through there to hold it as a stopper. Maybe another charm would be better. But I love that reindeer charm. That's a good charm. And I still need to do the tags, and I've got tons more to do. So I'll do a playlist. Come on back. I'm going to try and make a bunch of videos this weekend to post throughout the week. And thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.